Hey, YouTubes. What's up, YouTubes? Hey, hey. Uh, Trying to be cool. Okay. Get my numbers up. Gotta be cool, kid. Get those numbers up. Booyah. Booyah. Anyways, I just had my coffee, so. Um, yeah, this is Stargods vlog brought to you by none other than the notorious Stargods.org. Luke, it's org. So I want to talk about again. I think because I think this is important, and uh, you know, the flat Earth. Ow, ow! The flat incoming tomatoes. Yeah, the flat Earth is very important, and it's a very serious subject. But people say, well, look, I work for a living. You know, I go to church. I pay my taxes. I don't have time for this. What does it mean to me? Well, obviously not very much, but which is your prerogative. But I think it means a lot for the world. I think this is very a major step. I think this is a paradigm shift happening. This is a 2012 paradigm shift that's happening. That could be happening if 2012 is related to a paradigm shift. But anyways, there is a paradigm shift happening. So, or it could be that we're all being suckered. You know, the three plastic cups in the ball. This is what they do all the time. They manipulate the truth, and the controllers are very good at social engineering. I mean, we have a culture that's not even ours that we think is ours because according to Juan Carlos, they gave us their mind. We don't think anything originally. We're so thought controlled. We don't even know who we are anymore. Uh, what's his name? Not Juan Carlos. Carlos Castaneda. I'm thinking of that King Juan Carlos. He's supposed to be the Antichrist. Anyways, uh, okay, so we have the flat Earth, okay? We've been subliminally conditioned into this flat Earth for a very long time. Well, not a very long time, but a long time. It's in cartoons, it's in movies, it's in music, just little subtle hints and clues. A good one is Dark City. With the end of the movie, you see the Earth is flat, but but they've been I don't know. They've been pushing the envelope now, and now it's crescendo to where now we have a series called Under the Dome, and the dome is always related to the flat Earth. So why is the flat Earth important? It's very, very important because they have left crumbs out. Okay, they put out stuff that's supposed from NASA puts out stuff lately. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, they're putting out horrible pictures, horrible animations that Billy could do better than that. Okay?
That sounds tall. I could do a lot better. And you know I'm really good with Photoshop. I mean, the Photoshop.
An idiot, a wooden idiot. Oh, sorry. Can create what they create, and we're supposed to go. Oh, look at that! Look at the moon going past the Earth. I've never seen anything so amazing. That proves it. That proves it. I'm going to go out and pay my taxes with a smile on my face. BS. 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 BS alert because those are so. Oh, the moon. Did you see the one with the moon going over past the Earth? It's got a Photoshop shadow on it. I couldn't believe it. So they're taunting us. And they know fully well that they're leaving breadcrumbs for us, you know? They know we're going to tear it apart. They know ahead of time what we're going to be looking for. They know the way we examine things. They know the technology that we have, and yet they still put this crap out. Like, it's embarrassing. You expect me to believe? Why don't they just have the Earth, a big bald Earth, on a string in front of a camera? That proves it. That proves that NASA wouldn't lie. They do not lie. They are men of honor. They are honorable men. Yeah, they're so honorable that they sent men to the moon in the finest movie studio available. That's how honorable these men are. Trillions of dollars are at stake. They are fistfuls of money for what? A few pictures that proves their self-worth. Oh, you see, we went to space. Yeah. Okay, let's say NASA says we went to a new planet we discovered and there's elephant people living on the planet. And they blow little pink bubbles all the time. Bubbles, bubbles, because NASA's big on bubbles, right? Oh, look at that big bubble from that green elephant on planet X. How do we know that's true? Well, NASA has pictures. They have animations. Are you stupid? I mean, who's stupid?
I heard that.
So, anyways, what does it mean? They're pushing this, and they've been subliminally conditioning us, and they have out and out in your face under the dome that came out in what 2013 and had to be in production for a year before that. So they're leaving breadcrumbs out for us to follow. And I think, okay, first of all, there's a possibility it could be a bait and switch operation. Okay, they'll lead us down the garden path, and then they'll bait and switch. They'll switch the objective and herd us going into that direction. Okay, because basically everybody's stupid, to a certain degree, because we've never been told the truth. We don't have a reality education. So therefore, we're all kind of stupid because we've never really been taught. It's not our fault. It's not because we were born like oh, oh, oh. No, it's because we've never been educated, but we're fully capable of being educated. So it could be a bait and switch. This is the end result. We want NASA into hot water. Now we'll just switch it to something else. What that bait and switch is all about, I don't know. I can't even begin to understand why. What would they throw NASA under the bus for? Why would they sacrifice that for what? And I've gone over it and gone over it and gone over it. I can't think of anything logical why they would do that. But it doesn't mean it's impossible. It's just I have a hard time with that model approach because NASA's worth trillions of dollars that goes into funding to sponsor more weapons and technology they can use against us. So you're paying them billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, so that they can use technology against you. People love that idea. Their little toes start going like, oh, 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 because they don't want to accept responsibility. So. They don't want to take the responsibility of bringing NASA down to begin with. And I think we should bring NASA down and it should be thrown under the bus. Whatever the other agenda is, I have no idea. But there's also a possibility that there's higher levels of enlightened, I hate that term, enlightened masters, masters of light. How about that one? That's kind of good. Okay, so there's higher masters of light that are allowing this to happen, things to happen in the dome. Okay? Now, people say, oh, no, I don't believe in the dome. There's films of things hitting the dome and exploding. On YouTube, there's a meteor, and you can see it, and it just goes like that. Boom. It's like it hit something. You have all these nuclear explosions that were set off. NASA began firing like megaton warheads up straight up into the sky. And if you look at those old films, it looks like it's hitting something, and this is what's under the dome. How did they try to get the people out of the dome? They sent in a nuclear warhead. Well, that's just a show. No, it's not. It's inside information placed in films. This is to lessen their karma, to lessen the judgment against them because of Judgment Day, and I'm not talking about the Christian Judgment Day. Um, so we have NASA directly antagonizing us, leaving breadcrumbs with these stupid. I mean, that moon going past the Earth was the ultimate in a Photoshop shadow on it and everything. What more do you want? Like, how many times I gotta slap you, boy, before you hit me back? Now get with it, man. I don't like no wussy for a son. This is what they're kind of like. They're doing that, eh? Hit me. Hit us. Give us your best shot. Come on. I don't know what it's about. But it could be that there's light masters that are in control of this whole thing. They're far more powerful. They got the technology. Let us worship before them. They have the technology. Well, so did the Wizard of Oz. Thou shalt not. And what did it turn out to be? Some little old guy behind a curtain. Crusty old reptilian going, don't hurt me. Right? So these light workers, or no, I hate that word, light workers, light masters that are truly in charge are allowing this. They can't just intervene because what are you doing coming down from the skies and intervening and changing our world? How dare you take my Facebook account away from me? Like people would go absolutely ballistic. I was just watching Jerry Springer, and you people came down from the skies, and you took that moment. Now I'll never know if he got her pregnant or what. I just don't understand. What's with you guys? This is, we're not ready. We're not ready. And don't listen to this disclosure crap, because this disclosure crap is nothing but crapola. It's nothing but crapola. This is another version of the rapture. God's gonna save us. God's gonna save me. He's putting you down into hellfire to burn. God's gonna save me. I'm special. I got Jesus. I go to church. I go to church more than once a week. Do you know that? So they're waiting for the rapture because they're special. You see, yeah, they're special, all right. Wahoo! Um, so they're waiting for the rapture. So disclosure is the same thing. We're going to have disclosure any moment now, without warning. It could happen. It could take place right now. There's Obama on the TV. Yes, I'd just like to know that the people are behind this, that we have lied our arses off forever and ever, amen. But now you can forgive us because we're disclosing now. We're your friends. It's like Mars Attacks. Don't run. We are your friends. I mean, it's stupid. So I think there's a higher hand that controls this. I think the good are actually in control. They can't help us because we're not ready for it. And prisoners cannot be freed unless they are first made aware of the fact that they are prisoners. Bingo. What's happening now? We're realizing the flat earth, what it's all about, and it's opening the door to the understanding the ancient text talking about the dome that encloses us. We're prisoners. We're starting to understand that we're prisoners. So they can't free us. unless we're aware that this is actually that we are actually in a prison. Otherwise, well, I got my cigarettes and free sex. I don't want to leave here. See, this is what they're contending with. But I think what the higher power is doing is just allowing things to work themselves out. They're allowing the evil to get more evil so that eventually it gives them enough rope to hang themselves. You know, it's got to get to a point where everybody, well, not everybody, because not everybody's going to wake up, but that suddenly see what's really going on. And this is what Jesus prophesied. He said, everything hidden will be revealed. Everything said in secret will be shouted from the rooftops. It's happening. I'm not one of these born again Christian types, like, ugh. Uh, that's actually fanaticism. That's extremism in my mind. The born agains, because they don't hurt us, but they're very pushy, pushy, and so I think that's kind of a mind. Uh, you know, um, it's not right. So, anyways, I think they're allowing it to play out until we're so, you know, aware of evil that, okay, when they come, I don't care about Jerry Springer. I don't care about Facebook because I'm hearing that, well, from my own self, and I'm hearing that from so many people now. So many people are saying, I don't care anymore. I don't care about Alex Jones. I don't care about the rest of the world. I'm fed up. I've had it. I've lost all my friends. I've lost a spouse. I've lost my children. Nobody understands me. Well, that's normal because if you're on the right path, it's going to be alone. You're going to walk the path alone. That's when you know that you're on the right path. Not when you want the world to embrace the world, to make the world your part of your soul. And oh, 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 God bless Google and God bless us all. It doesn't work that way. But more and more people now I'm seeing are fed up. They've shut down. And I think it's perfectly normal. And people out there are really angry and frustrated, and they're so choked with the world and other people around them, which is totally normal because it's a normal reaction to an insane, stinking world, right? It's totally normal. It's totally normal to be trapped in a prison with all a bunch of lunatics and cutthroats. It's quite natural to be angry, quite natural to lash out from time to time. It's normal. No, it's not. You got to show them the love of Jesus. That's right. Yeah, here comes Baba. Baba's in the mood. He's got that twinkle in his eye. There you are in prison. You gotta love him in Jesus. Like, oh, see, it's just like madness. And it's okay to react to that. It's like the mutiny on the Bounty. It's okay to get angry with the captain that's a lunatic, doesn't know anything. So more and more people now are, now this is getting long, but I think it's worth it. More and more people are just saying that's it. These are the ones that are ripe. The harvest is ripe. These are the ones that are ready to leave this imprisonment, this dome. And people go, there's no such thing as a dome. Well, have you ever researched it? Have you really looked into it? No. Well, then, trap door. Sorry. Oh, it's there alligators there. I mean, you gotta. I don't know, but I think this is what it is, and the powers that be are running out of time. I've never seen this before in history, and it never has. Even the ones, the dark forces, the controllers, they know their time is up. And I think the higher powers are just giving them enough rope so they can go hang themselves. and we won't be the ones to cut them down. I mean, they are in control, but why is there evil? Because evil has to work itself out. They can't just come down and save us. Like I say, don't interrupt the wrestling match. Come for me when my car's paid off, okay? Now back off. It can be very hostile. So, now concerning the Masters of Light, they're not really overly concerned with our health and our personal well-being. It has to kind of play itself out. It's like a you know a wife says to her husband who's watching uh, football, "Honey, I smell smoke. I think there's a fire." "Ah, go away. Go away. It's not intermission yet." "Honey, we need to get out of the house. There's a fire in the kitchen. It's out of control." "Yeah, yeah, yeah." And then suddenly he's gone. He's been burned to death. And this is the resistance that is out there right now. That has to be broken down. We, you know, like there has to be a point where the wife takes his head and goes, "There's a fire! Get out!" Or, do a Schwarzenegger, "Get out now!" And this is the point we're getting at, is where we're waking up. I think this is a paradigm shift, is what I'm saying. We've been led to this. We are meant to question NASA because NASA lies. NASA proves to us that they are lying in everything they do. And the flat earth focuses direct attention on NASA and the fact that we're prisoners under a dome. And now NASA's even hinting that there's some kind of force field up there. They don't understand why the electrons don't go through it and all this. Look that up on Google. Anyways, we're at the point where our heads are being grabbed, and you look at the evil out your window and forget the TV. Look out your window. Look at the violence, the bloodshed. They're turning us against each other. Race wars and disease and famine. But the Masters of Light they're not going to intervene. They're not going to intervene. They're going to allow us. I think this is it more than the switch and bait. I think this model fits better. They're going to allow it to play out. And if you think that the controllers, the archons, the demiurge, you think they're in control? Well, they're stuck here with us. They think they're in control, but as far as the light masters are concerned, I mean, how come we don't know anything? Because do you tell your dog everything? No, you just let him get his paper and bring it to you and dig his bone, bury the bone, bury the bone. That's what it is. They're letting the dark ones do their thing. They're not being told anything. They're unlightened. This is why they are called the forces of darkness, because there is no light in them. They don't get it, and I guess I wasn't being clear enough. They are like the dog. You don't tell your dog everything. You just let your dog bury the bone and bring your paper. Okay? And this is what they're doing. They're just letting it play out. And I think it was, George Bush Sr. said, if they ever find out what we've done, they'll string us up from the lampposts. This is a day of reckoning. I think there's a time when, like Jesus said, everything will be exposed. Well, that Jesus never existed. Come on. You believe in that? No, I believe in the words. And the words are true, and the words are happening right now. And it's not about rapture. I'm waiting for rapture. I'm making a nice cherry pie, and we're all going to hold hands, sing kumbaya, and then we're going to poof, and we'll be gone. And those people that did awful things to us and made us cry, they're poo-poo heads, and you're going to burned in hellfire for the rest of eternity. Yes, yes. Oh, those people scare the crap out of me more than any of the Illuminati. So, anyways, this is it. As Michael Jackson would say, this is it. This is it. And a lot of people are getting inside feelings, which are more important than what Alex Jones has to say. Yeah, I just don't like Alex Jones, and there's a couple people on my don't like list that I have to, you know, they get me so, like, yeah. But there's a lot of people now, more and more people are feeling a kind of a calmness that even though their anxiety levels up, their depression's natural, everything's haywire, everything seems to be more chaotic, and Obama is making a speech every second Thursday now. I mean, they feel something is good inside. Something is good inside. And so, in closing, I'd just like to say the flat Earth exposes NASA for all the lies, and it exposes the false physics. It exposes the phony, baloney scientists like Albert Einstein, who the biggest plagiarist that ever walked the earth, and Copernicus, and all of these, exposes everything. It opens it up and it grabs your face and forces you to look at the lies that you've been told. So we're being woken up, told it's a prison, and now we're being shown the lies. Ooh, those. Let's look at your records, son. You were charged with murder. Well, you know you were innocent. These records show you were innocent. You've been lied to, and it's exposing all the lies. And what's ignited it? The flat Earth theory. Because they say, well, if they can lie and use all this phony, fabricated, kindergarten, deceptional laws of physics and science and molecules and all that, if that's all fakery, then the wall is down. Okay? The iron wall of the suppression of knowledge falls. NASA's going down, but is it a switch and bait? I don't think so. Because they're all coming down. All the institutions of power are coming down now. The cracks in the dam are starting to really open up, and any day now, you talk about disclosure, everything is being exposed. There's nothing hidden. So we're getting there, and we're sensing. A lot of people are sensing, this is it. This is it. We're sitting on something really, really big, and it's really, really good. And it's like the movie 2010. What's going to happen? Something wonderful. There's more clues to that. And so they're big and they're powerful. Why are they putting out these movies? Well, one reason could be they're not big and powerful. They are controlled. They're only allowed to do what the masters of light allow them to do. And they can only go so far. This is my absolute firm belief. Don't argue with me. Is that they're only allowed to go so far, and I think this zero population growth and the extermination of 80% of the population has been put off the table. They will not allow the dark forces to do this. I don't think we will ever have a World War III. There's a limit to what they can do. And this is exactly, please watch V for Vendetta. She thought, I mean, the character, what's her name? I forget. She thinks he is so evil for allowing her life to be upset, for allowing her to be tortured. What was the end result? She started out as clueless, as a clueless little bunny in the world of deception. It's like, and she had parents who were protesters, but never, she didn't inherit that. And so V comes and really messes her life up. And what is the end result? She's tough. She's focused. She knows the truth, and she knows who the enemy really is. So I think that please see that movie, V for Vendetta, because this is it. I think it really explains why we suffer today, why we go through all this suffering and this pain, this misery. But the New World Order is only allowed to do things that they are allowed to do. They can't just do anything because if they could, we have been gone a long time ago. They've been blabbing about this population control forever and ever and ever. Still here. And then there was the flu, the killer flu. It's coming, that swine flu. I think the Masters of Light said no, that's out of bounds. You're restricted. Stand down, you know. So somebody on my YouTube channel, they wanted to know what I would say, right? If there was only one thing I'd like to get across to all the people of the world, and there's the microphone. What would I say? What it would be? What would be the most important issue that I would say to the world? Would it be chemtrails? Would it be about wars? Would it be about Obama's deceptions or NASA or flat Earth or anything? Um, Here I'm going to quote myself. The world now needs saviors, heroes, and leaders. Where can we find them, you ask? I want everyone now to turn their TVs off and stand in front of their mirrors. We are the ones we are waiting for. This is what Stargods is all about. It's believing in ourselves. We are not shite under God's shoe. We are not detestable, sick, pathetic sinners before the Lord, and thou shalt not. There's the great, all-powerful Jehovah, and he's drawn the line. You cross that line, I'm going to get you. No, you're defeated. You're gone. This whole fake world you created with the fake dome and the fake reality, the fake institutions of lies and deception, it's all coming to a final conclusion. They're all falling down. This is the end of them all. It's the end of the archons. It's the end of the demiurge. It's over. It's just a matter of time. But you can see the pillars starting to fall now. Okay, you can see it now, and it's coming about. So let them spray. Let them have their little boy games. Let them spray the chemtrails, and let Obama scare us, and let this all these new disasters and end of the world scenarios come. I don't care, and I don't think anybody else should care. Ooh, that's my opinion. I mean, it's all coming to an end, but people don't. No, I want my TV. I want Jerry Springer. I want my wrestling and my football. How dare you do this to me? Those people, I don't know what will happen to those people, but it's all coming to an end. And those people will refuse. So I don't know what's going to happen to them. I have no idea. There's a lot of new age theories. They're going to be recycled to a distant planet, and they're going to have to work out. I don't know. I don't think there's any indication of what's going to happen. But those people aren't going to like it. They will fight for their servitude. They worship the servitude. They kiss the ring every day. They worship the great and all-powerful Oz. It says, thou shalt not, or thou shalt go to hell and burn forever. Go scare somebody else, pal. Oh, we don't care anymore. You know? And we're going for the curtain, and we got it partly open now. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. We're not going to sit back and go, I loves my prison. I get all the cigarettes. I get 3 square meals a day. I get all the sex I want. Well, why would I leave this? Yeah, well, those people are finished now, and they're part. I think they're part of the evil. When people don't do anything about it, they're a part of it. Okay. Um. Yeah. Okay. I better end this. But you don't scare me, New World Order. Go scare the little kiddies, the little ignorant ones, the ones that are watching Jerry Springer. You know, thou shalt not, or I shall shut the cable down. No, no. You know, oh boy. So, anyways, be not afraid. Be not afraid. It's all falling apart and it's going to get bad. It's going to be really bad because they're desperate. But they're going to only be allowed to go so far. That's my opinion. I can't prove it. I'm a village idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't quote you anything. I'm not into documentation and facts and figures and archives and documents and Freedom of Information Act. It's just my opinion. And then people are going to say, well, you prove it. You prove it to me. Prove it to yourself. You got Google. I have a right for my free thinking, my opinions. I don't have to prove anything. I'm an idiot. I don't know anything, so I don't have to prove anything. You know, I'm the fool on the hill. I don't care. Uh-oh, my communicator. So anyways, there you go. Hope you enjoyed. If you like these, spread them around. Because when you spread videos like this, then it gets people talking and communicating, coming up with more answers, and then expanding their consciousness maybe into a nice paradigm shift. Okay? So if you like these videos, spread them around, you know, and I'm not trying to be the new David Icke. I've been accused of that. I hate, my worst nightmare is to be popular. Oh, anyways, that's a whole different story. Thank you very much. And thank you for hanging in this 37 minutes. Thanks again.